Hey guys, it's your girl T. So everybody wanted me to talk about the whole Suge Knight situation. I've gotten tons of emails about it. As you guys all know, I'm back in LA. I got back Wednesday, so it's been really hectic. And as most of you guys know, I was also doing some background work this summer on Straight Outta Compton. And so the other day, which was on Thursday, they decided to film the Straight Outta Compton commercial. And a few of my friends were on set, and I had even submitted to get on set, but I didn't end up hearing back from them. And then I ended up booking a class at the YouTube space. I was at the YouTube space that whole time. And so I gotten some calls from some friends, and they were saying that basically they were there on the commercial, they're waiting for everything to start shooting, and then all of a sudden everybody was just held on the buses, nobody could leave. It was really chaotic. They didn't know what was going on. And later on that night I started getting emails and texts that one of my really good friends from that set that I'm really cool with, Bone, had gotten ran over by Suge Knight. So when I heard this, like, it was just crazy. Like, it broke my heart because I'm like, what the hell is going on? You know, why is it always Straight Outta Compton? So finally, all the news came out that basically Suge Knight not only hit Bone, but he also killed Terry, which is supposedly one of his friends. He ran him over, and this whole situation is just tragic. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
But our top story here on KCAL 9 News at 8 is breaking news tonight from Compton, where sheriff's deputies believe rap music mogul Suge Knight has been involved in a fatal hit-and-run crash.
This happened in a parking lot on Rosecrans Avenue near Central. Stu Mundell is over the scene tonight in Sky 9. Stu.
Elsa, Susie, we are over that Tam's Burgers at the corner of Rosecrans and Central in the Compton area, where earlier this afternoon, like you said, and sheriffs are confirming, Suge Knight was involved in a hit-and-run accident. Now, this happened out here this afternoon. They were doing some sort of video shoot. There was some sort of altercation, and in the scuffle, apparently Suge Knight behind the wheel ran over two pedestrians. Now, one of them did die at the hospital. The other one, where we know, is still at the hospital. We don't know that condition. Now, in case you don't know who Suge Knight is, in the 90s he founded Death Row Records. He works with a lot of rappers, and he has had a lot of run-ins with the law. He has been to prison twice, and most recently this summer, apparently, he was shot at an industry party, but he did survive. Now, the sheriff's department do not know where Suge is at this time, but through his attorney we understand that he has made contact, and he will be turning himself in sometime in the near future. Again, though, a large crime scene out here at the corner of Rosecrans and Central at the Tam's Burgers where this incident happened. The area is still shut down for all pedestrian traffic. Live in Sky 9 over the city of Compton, I'm Stu Mundell. Elsa, Susie, back to you.
Thank you, Jackie. Rap mogul Suge Knight is sitting in a downtown LA jail cell tonight, accused of murder. Authorities say he intentionally ran over two people, killing one of them. CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen spoke to the victim's daughter.
And I would just like justice for my dad.
Crystal Carter could not contain her emotions talking about her father, Terry Carter, seen in this picture with members of his family.
He was a great, caring, loving, loyal man.
Mr. Carter died after being run over yesterday afternoon by a pickup truck, allegedly driven by former rap mogul Marion Suge Knight. The sheriff's department says an argument broke out during a music video shoot related to a movie about the rap group NWA called Straight Outta Compton.
Investigators say Knight drove the pickup backwards and then forward over two men in this parking lot. The second man has been hospitalized, but his condition hasn't been released.
Early this morning, Knight turned himself in at the West Hollywood Sheriff's Station with his attorney.
There are witnesses that indicate that Mr. Knight was being attacked by a number of men, that they were beating him through the car window, that he was making an effort to leave.
Carter's family says he's had business dealings with Knight, and they want to clear up reports that the two were friends, which the family says isn't true.
We don't have any comments about Suge Knight. It's about our family and what we're going through.
The LA native with a bright and infectious smile was an entrepreneur, his family says, who had businesses in auto sales, real estate, and a record label. His daughter Nikia, seen here with Carter, and his granddaughter, says her dad helped to raise foster children who graduated from college.
And he is in me. My father is so in me.
Knight is being held at the Men's Central Jail. His bail has been set at more than $2 million. Jeff Nguyen, CBS 2 News.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip. So it's been officially announced just a few hours ago that Suge Knight will be charged in the murder of Terry Carter, and that he will also be charged in the premeditated murder of Clee Bone Sloan. Because initially he was trying to hit Bone, regardless if he knew that he hit Terry or not. He went into it to hit Bone with the car, so that's why they're also going to charge him for premeditated murder. They also revoked his bail, so he cannot get out on the $2 million bill that was initially set. His bail was revoked on Monday. So they're saying that if Suge Knight gets charged with these charges, he is now facing life in prison. You know, this whole situation really breaks my heart. This is one of those situations where keeping it real goes wrong. Suge Knight was a man who had everything, especially in the early 90s. He had one of the best record labels out there, Death Row Records. He had Dre, he had Snoop, he had Tupac. This man was on top of the world. He lost everything due to him, you know, being a bully and a thug. He lost all his artists. It's just been crazy. It's been a downward spiral for Suge Knight over the past few years. And if you guys remember this summer, I was at that Chris Brown get-together. Thank goodness I had left 10 minutes early, but there was a shootout, and what happened at that shootout is that Suge Knight was shot. Now, this man is in his 50s. He's, you know, getting shot at parties, and instead of him calming down, now he's going on to sets trying to start mess. A lot of folks are asking, well, why was Suge Knight there? This is an NWA movie. It has nothing to do with Suge Knight. Why was he there in the first place? The reason why Suge Knight was there is, from what I'm hearing, he's really upset about his character being in this film. As you guys all know, during the whole NWA era, when Dr. Dre and Eazy-E decided to go their separate ways, it was Suge Knight who basically got Dre out of his contract. Eazy-E said it was by duress, that he didn't want to, you know, release Dre. But either way, Suge was the one who got Dre out of the contract.
Under those kinds of duress, got him to sign releases for Dr. Dre.
Do I need a bat, you know, to force him to do a few things? If he walked between my legs, excuse my French, people probably think he was my penis. So, you know.
So Suge played an intricate part in Dre's release from NWA. So he is part of that story, and that's what Gary F. Gray is trying to tell. He's trying to tell that Suge Knight story. So from what I'm hearing, Suge Knight is upset because he wasn't being compensated for his, you know, his likeness being used in the movie, his name being used in the movie. Either he was compensated or not compensated enough, or he wasn't compensated at all. But either way, it has to do with money. So supposedly he thought he could just bully his way onto the set, and then that's when everything went down. He was asked to leave. He refused to leave. That's when the fight broke out. And then they ended up going down to Tam's restaurant. They're saying that Suge Knight followed Bone and them to the restaurant, and then the fight started again, and then that's when he hit Terry and Bone. The whole thing is this, you know, I feel like, you know, these are grown men. All these men are in their 50s, you know, and they're supposed to set an example for not only our generation, but the generation under us. So it's sad to see all of this go down with people in their 50s, you know, and from everything I've heard, Terry Carter was not only a good father to his daughters, he was also a foster father. A lot of people really respected and loved him. Bone was able to take like his whole gang life and everything that he went through, you know, growing up, and change it for the positive. You know, he gets a lot of love in the streets. He's one of the most humble, one of the most nicest guys you can ever meet. So to know that he got hit and he got caught up in this situation when all he was doing was his job on set, it's just heart-wrenching, you know, and it's just sad that Suge Knight feels that he needs to bully people and that he needs to, you know, go to these tactics as opposed to just getting a lawyer. You know, I don't understand why he felt the need to take it to the streets and why he felt the need to go on the set. He felt like his money was being played with, or that he didn't want his likeness used. Then that's fine. He has a right to feel that. It's called lawyering up. He could have got a lawyer. He could have sued production. He could have sued after the fact. He would have got his money either way. But now, because he wanted to basically go off of emotions, not have any emotional self-control, he went down to this set that was a closed set that he had no business being there. He started all this mess. Terry Carter is dead. Bone's in the hospital. You know, now Suge Knight is looking at life in prison. You know, and that's what I talk about all the time on my channel, is that we have to make better decisions. You know, it doesn't matter how young you are or how old you are. If you do not have any emotional self-control, you can find yourself in a situation like Suge Knight's. You know what I'm saying? If he had emotional self-control, 1, he wouldn't have bought himself down there. 2, he would have let his lawyers deal with the situation. 3, he would not have sat there and ran 2 people over. And for him to say that he didn't know that he ran people over and it was an accident, I'm not buying this. You know, Suge Knight should have just laid low, especially after the whole shooting went down. You know, he should have just laid low, enjoyed the rest of his life, you know, enjoyed his old age with his family, with his kids, as opposed to constantly being embroiled in stuff. At the end of the day, Suge put himself in this situation. The situation should not have went down. This man, Terry Carter, lost his life over what? You know, over somebody being upset about a movie, over somebody continuously wanting to fight and go back and forth. Now Terry Carter is dead, Bone is in the hospital, and now for what? You know, all for a bunch of mess. And it's sad because once again, people are looking at this like, okay, this is a black film, this is a black production, there's always drama. If you guys remember this summer, shooting happened near the set of Straight Outta Compton as well. It's just sad that the media is blowing it up and making it seem like trouble has always followed this production. You know, when a lot of the trouble that's followed this production have been outside forces, not necessarily the production itself. Because like I said, I worked on this production 3 times this summer and it was very professional. Everybody was just really nice, really down to earth. So it's sad to hear that all this went down. You know, hopefully Bone will have a speedy recovery. You know, my heart goes out to Terry's family. And Suge Knight, you know, he needs to pay for what he did. It's not okay to run over people. It's not okay to be a bully. It's not okay, you know what I'm saying, to take matters into your own hands, as opposed to dealing with situations like this in a professional manner. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation that's once again concerning Suge Knight. How do you guys feel about the situation? Do you feel like he deserves life in prison if he is convicted? So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. All right, deuces.